Hello, welcome back to my studio. The last time that I was in my scraps and goodies collage bin, I remember coming across this piece, and I just was tickled by all of the various shades of purple. And then I remembered that I thought deeply and carefully put away, but carefully is the operative word. That's so not true. I had some papers with purple, and yes, they're there. So I picked these 4 and this, but let me look at these, let me share these with you. I got these, I believe, as a gift from my my good friend, and when I started to get back to my art. And if you will notice, I'm going to pull this in very close so that you can see this. This is a piece of flocked. This is a piece of flocked paper. So, well, that had to be. I've got a bit more of it that I'm holding on to. This, which I believe in my case and in a lot of our cases is the truth, I used this goodie, which is just so wonderful and makes life so easy. And I used a piece of one of the pages removed from this Japanese journal, altered book journal, and I did some practicing to get it to work right, and used my StazOn Royal Purple for that chore, and also found this piece of paper that is embossed, shiny and this absolutely had to be there. And this one, as you can see by the quality of the edge, and is very, very difficult to tear, so this might very well be handmade paper with just a touch of silver on it, which of course is just the cat's whiskers. And this one I decided to use because of that deep, deep, beautiful purple on that buff, and I thought that would bring out the background color of these pages. So that's the story of the motivation. I thought that these would do quite well together. And so, before I begin to collage these pieces down, I also want to share that I use this Royal Purple not only for the stamp for my Art a Need, but also around the edges of this spread. So I picked this tiny geometric stencil, and I thought I might try tucking in just a little bit of stencil coloration here, here, and probably here, just to bring out some of these colors. On this side, I'm going to use some of the Target's metallic sterling paint, which I do love. And since the green over here is not on this page, I'm going to put a little bit of green down here, and I'm going to use my very favorite Stone Wedge Green by Ceramcoat, and a little bit of light purple, I call it a mauve, but purple, for these areas on this side. So I believe I'm going to begin up here. And I'm going to use what's in the cap over here. Now I don't want to use very much. I don't want to use very much paint at all. And what's left of a sponge here. Well, that's just wonderful. We use that. Let me see. Let's see if we got any appreciable amount through there. Oh yes, just a bit. Maybe a dab more. Back we go with these. And under here with some green. Now let's see. Yes, but I need a little bit more. This caught my eye among my wanderings among my scraps of collage, and it stuck with me for a few days, so I thought that that would be just a treat, because I wanted to get back to my Cherry Blossom altered book. And let's see now, did I accomplish what I had in mind? Yes, now just a little bit of the mauve over here. Okay, from about the middle of the page down. Yes. Well, that was good, Carol. down here. Yes. Alrighty. Now I'm going to dry these stencil bits and put down my bits of collage and have a think, and then I'll be back with you, because I know that you do not need to watch me collage. Let's see what we can do about this little problem right here. Is it going to be saved? Yes, it is. A little cheat. I'll just drop the flocked paper down a little bit. I can do that. Yes, I can. Alrighty. I'm going to dry this and attach these bits. I'm going to be using my glue stick. And I'll be back. Well, I have made an executive decision and I have turned this one because I wanted this little bit of darkness to be up against this silver. And I've decided not to, of course, not to use my Yoo-Hoo on this bit. I'm going to use some of my Elmer's Extreme. To drop this down and over. Now I must pull my head over. I hope I'm not in the way, but I want to make sure that this is parallel to the bottom of the page. Yes, it is. Right now, this is going to take a bit of time to dry. And time for another think, because now that everybody's together and everybody's down and playing nicely together, now I have to decide what it is that comes next, because I think there is a next. I think I have something in mind. I must dig deeply to find some paints that I haven't used in quite a while. I'll be back. I have found Lumiere's Halo Violet Gold and Metallic Olive. These puppies have not been used in at least a year, maybe more. And I'm thinking that I just might play with these. Yes, there's the metallic. There is a little bit of a gold pigment in there. Yes, there is. And maybe part of one more. And one down here. I'm thinking just a bud up here maybe. And another bud here. And shall we have part of one over here? And a full one downstairs here. And maybe. Maybe a leaf here. And one here. And one here. And here. And here. And tucked in between those two. And this gets to be addictive. Very quickly. I don't want to overdue. But this one needs a little help over here. Yes, better. And we'll put a cover around this bud. And we'll just cover this little buddy up here. There we go. And down here because we can. And a little bit more draping down the page, and then I'm going to stop. Well, the problem is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, the problem is something. That's a little bit better. Now I'm going to let these dry and let's see what color we're managing to get from them. Let's see if I can get them to show, because there they are. Hello. Oh yes, aren't you just there? Alrighty. It'd be nice if we could remember to use the goodies that we have tucked away. I'm going to let these dry because some of them have a curl of acrylic around the edges, and it gives a little dimension right here to the leaf, so I want that to dry that way. I don't want it to flatten down too much. I will return. Well, it's time for my favorite part of any art project, which I get to play and make sure that everything is finished to suit me. Little bit of green around the outside of these leaves. Yes. Small calamity. Water glass just fell over. I'll be right back. Oh, well, that could have been an extremely obnoxious experience. I knocked over my water container, and I had visions of it killing my computer and all the works under my table here. But there's a huge piece of glass on top of this table, and the water, of course, decided to go and hide under it. And that glass was part of a shower that I recycled for the top of a table here. And that had to be moved. And everything under it dried. And involved a lot of praying and fingers crossed that all that electrical would work, and it did. Here I am back. Oh, my. Life does get in the way sometimes. Now I'm thinking that these need a little bit more a little bit more. That's better. Well, I'm going to finish this little bit of embellishment, and I'll be back. Well, I'm doing a bit of finish up because I thought these flowers needed to have a little bit more of a petal statement here, so here we go. And I haven't the slightest, I do vaguely remember purchasing this Pentel Sunburst Metallic Medium Gel Pen in silver. And look at the wonderful job that did. And a little bit more down here. So, calamities aside, well, it really wasn't a calamity. It was just a very big pain in my you-know-what. But, despite it all, I had great fun working on this project that seemed to absolutely require that I do it in purple. And I'm going to give you a close-up now, and if you have enjoyed watching this process, and we can see a little bit of the gold and purple in the flowers there, and the metallic in the greens. I've outlined very lightly the collage bit, that little bit of darkening in the black around the outside of the petals seemed to be a big help. And there is the metallic Pentel pen, which I shall definitely... Oh, look at how pretty that light is just doing its job. Isn't that nice? If you have enjoyed watching this, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and I would so appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye now.